Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's episode of The Jury. We have a little something different planned for this week, with our focus usually being on Premier League and Premier League related topics in world football. This week we have something a little bit different lined up in our Floor is Yours, and we are trying to bring you something a little bit different. So we're going to add something new, nice and short, but new to the show. First off though, we'd like to get into our Premier League review. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this weekend's review. We have the jury here, ready to discuss this weekend's games and break down the action. First off, we have Liverpool versus Burnley. Vela.
As you guys saw in the game, Liverpool struggling at home, only coming away with the draw against Burnley. Burnley again proving a tough nut to crack away from home. Especially having travelled to Chelsea and to Spurs and gotten something there already. For me, I was watching it. It was a nice game. I mean, obviously the better team, being Liverpool, generally did dominate. They dominated possession, but they weren't really making those kind of opportunities that could really open up Burnley. Burnley were very solid defensively, as they have been away from home. Actually scoring the first goal towards the end of the first half. Salah responding actually quite soon after that with a very well taken goal. But after that, Burnley didn't look too uncomfortable against Liverpool. Liverpool looked a little bit not as sharp in attack. Obviously missing Sadio Mane. Coutinho came back, but also his performance, he was shooting a lot and he was missing by even more than that. I mean, he was blazing the ball over so many times, bro. Like it was really bad. So Burnley will be very happy with the point. Liverpool, especially after the good week they've had, that game kind of brought them back to earth, seeing that the Premier League is a tough nut to crack. That was that game.
They'll be disappointed with that. No gifts in the league. Yes, Kaya.
Just a simple question for Vela. Do you think a point was fair?
I think Burnley definitely deserved their points. I think they were good value for their points. I don't think Liverpool, they did have 9 shots on targets, but I mean the keeper wasn't really stretched. They were kind of shooting at him, very close to him. There wasn't really like those kind of chances where it was just like, I can't believe Liverpool's losing this game. I thought Burnley were comfortable playing on the counter, especially towards the end of the game. Saw the game out very professionally, I thought, and really gave a good account of themselves, as they have done against the big sides away from home.
Yeah, well said. Alright, no one else. Alright, cool. Next up, we take it to Johannesburg with my man Sandile. He had the pleasure of reviewing Manchester City away at Watford. Take it away.
Yeah, man, guys, 6-0. It was back. I don't know what's gonna happen. City have scored 15 goals in the last 3 games, so 15 goals in a week. Aguero with the hat-trick, Jesus came in, Otamendi came in, Sterling with the penalty. That was Aguero's first hat-trick since April 2016, but now it's I think it's his 8th consecutive goal in the past few games, which is quite deep. He's 3 away from Eric Brook, who had the goal-scoring record of 177, but I just think City, the game was complete, it was wild, it was well done, 67% possession. I don't even think Watford played badly. I just think that City are just on another level. They just buck right now, and I don't see any team at the moment right now. Maybe the closest team are Tottenham and United, who can probably challenge City, but they are a complete team. There's the issue of Aguero and Jesus playing together. You can see very well that they play well together. Walker and Mendy, those guys they buck. They're amazing. And also, especially now that Mendy was hacked about his FIFA rating, I think he just proved now that he's worth it. He's much better than 78. Let's not lie about that. But yeah, clean performance at Vicarage Road. Watford were playing well before, but this game just showed that City are just from another planet. I don't know.
Just something I'd like to touch on. I completely agree with everything Snoop said. City were a class above Watford, even though Watford weren't necessarily playing bad. And we all know Vicarage Road under this new boss is a hard place to go to. Marcus Silva, thank you. But I also can't ignore the fact that their first and their third goals were offside. And you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying they wouldn't have won and all that stuff. I'm just saying that, you know, when you get 2 goals for free, essentially, it's gonna change the dynamics of the game immensely. So
Not
it's
in
just
this
like,
game.
But you see, it could have been
Not in
it
this
could have
game.
been 8
Not in this
that's the
game.
thing. Like,
No, I know what you're
Other
saying.
games, maybe,
No,
not in
I know
this
what you're
game.
saying, but I'm just saying I don't think it should be ignored, dude.
No, of
You know what I
course.
mean? Because especially because the first goal was offside.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if it's the 5th and the 6th goal that are offside, doesn't
Makes
matter.
sense,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
But it changes the dynamics.
Yeah,
of the
but
game,
anyway, I just
right.
thought I'd just mention that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
fair
wait,
enough.
guys. And for me, if I could just add one more thing, you know, people are going to think maybe that like I'm a hater or something, but like I feel okay. I just feel like City, like they're in a very lucky place right now. Even I mean, they've been winning well. They have been winning well. But I mean, you know, Liverpool game, they got the red card, then it looked like an annihilation. And you know, okay, Feyenoord, okay, they won in the Champions League, and also like now these 2 offside goals, they've got things going their way, and they're taking advantage of that, which is good. But I'm keen to see City get a little bit more tested. I think they can still be more tested, and tougher games. They will see tougher games soon. I mean, I'm expecting them when we play them. I mean, ain't gonna be no rolling over. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's that. We can say the same for United, boy. We can say the same for United.
What do you mean?
You guys have had an easy start, a relatively easy start.
No, but he's talking about red cards.
Yeah, but he's talking about things going their way. But I'm saying you guys have had easier starts from the jump anyway.
You're a hater.
Nah.
He's talking
Anyway,
about red cards.
referee, handle.
It's order in the court. Please. I have cards, and I will use them. Alright. Thank you. The next game, bit of a dull affair here, Mangezi. Tottenham hosting Swansea.
Yeah, 0-0 draw. Tottenham were the better team. I don't really enjoy talking about them, but anyway, they were the better team. They dominated most of the game. They had the better chances. Kane, Son, and Trippier came close to scoring, but no value for their chances. I must talk about Kane's 40-yard free kick or 40-meter free kick, which I think was quite something. It was unfortunate to not go, and great save from the keeper actually. Other than that, like, yeah, man, Spurs dominated. They were unlucky to score. Kind of a boring game to watch if you ask me, but yeah.
Normal Wembley affair. The normal Wembley affair.
Premier League Wembley.
Spurs struggle at Wembley.
Premier
was
League
very
Wembley.
unlucky not to score, and yeah, they'll be disappointed to drop more points, I guess.
For sure.
We're gonna go into the next
Okay.
game now, and now we're going into Super Sunday. The first game was Chelsea Arsenal, but I'm gonna start with United Everton because I want to end off with the longer conversation. So I'm gonna ask my man Tebogo to please chat about Manchester United versus Everton.
Good game in the end from United. I think they're starting to become the team that so many teams have feared before, a 90-minute team. You know, a team that can stick it out until the end, even if they don't necessarily have the results by halftime. By the end of the game, it's usually a convincing result. Not much to say about Everton. Nothing at all to say about Everton. I feel sorry for Rooney, bro. Like, yo, he looked so sad,
face,
man.
bruh. Shame.
Like, he just knew like he was playing a team that was very much better than him. But in terms of United's performance, I think the only thing I really have to say about the United's performance was the fact that Lukaku needs to start banging. He needs to start bearing the sitters and the one-on-ones. He's still getting the opportunities. He bagged an assist and a goal today, so I'll give him that. But yeah,
could have made life
he could have made
difficult for
life.
us.
You know what I mean? Like there was I think it was 1-0 when you missed that golden opportunity. So I think against stiffer opposition, he needs to be more clinical. But yeah, other than that, I think it was just a run-of-the-mill performance from Everton and a good result for United.
First, if you can't do it against a top 6 team, then like where's he gonna do it? Because you know Snoop already he's tasked them to be a top 6 team. I'm saying if you can't score against the top 6 team, then what, bruh? You know, those are important opportunities. He's a top 6 team. He's playing against the top 6 team, remember?
But he scored.
No, he's banged in the end. He should have banged the brace.
He scored.
He missed the 1-on-1 against the top 6 team.
But
That's
he scored.
against the top 6
He
team. That's
definitely
all I'm
scored.
saying.
He definitely
is that he
scored.
needs to score. He needs to be
definitely
paying
scored.
everything. He needs to be paying everything.
Alright, bottom line is Lukaku scored. Shout out to Black Excellence.
First, can we just get the score there quickly, chap? Can we just get that final score for United, eh?
cherry on top, please.
Like I said, it was a good score. It was 4-0 to United. Oh, guys, how could I even forget about Valencia's goal? Oh my goodness! Goal of the month. Goal of the month. Goal of the month. It's. I think right now it's a contender for goal of the season, but it's definitely goal of the month.
That's far.
Goal of his whole career, that's. For sure. Alright, last but not least, we have Khanya and Kaya reviewing the Chelsea versus Arsenal game. I'm going to start with Zungu. Proceed, sir.
So I had to kind of check out Chelsea, and Chelsea were slow today, I think. And then yatzed us by starting Fabregas. I think like if you want to be serious, like you can't be starting with Fabregas unless he's playing in an advanced advanced role. Sorry, but all in all, I think that Chelsea really they weren't inspiring. They were lacking that fire. You know what I'm saying? But I think all in all, zeros as a result was kind of a fair result. I suppose that's all I can say about Chelsea. But in terms of the Gunners, I'm pretty chuffed. I think that was a very mature performance from us away from home. I think it's been a while since we've seen Arsenal go to a big club and actually sit and say we're going to grind this game out. I think in the past Wenger's really tried to jump at Oaks, which has proved to be a bit of a fuck up on his side. But I think that this week we really we set up well. We set up well. Yeah.
Surely your Vol is supposed to be chatting Gunners.
That's a card, bro. No ways.
But hey, tell us what you think, your Vol.
Sorry, like he said everything, but let's try. Let's try.
Wow. So I don't know. I don't think there's much to talk about in this game, but I will say that Arsenal genuinely impressed me. They didn't even have their strongest side on the field. He didn't start Sanchez. Obviously, Ozil was injured. But for me, there were just passages of play where Arsenal were clearly the better team, and I do genuinely think a draw was a fair result. But if one team deserved a win, I'd say it was Arsenal, and I didn't think I'd ever say that in such a big game about Arsenal, especially the way they've been playing of late. So yeah, that's pretty much.
They had more opportunities as well.
Yeah, they had more. Well, they did. I think the opportunities were more or less the same. I think Chelsea, I think at the beginning of the second half, or like at least most of the second half, Chelsea took over the game. Yeah. But Arsenal at the end of the first half, they were really the dominant team. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, like I said, I think a draw was definitely fair. But if I had to pick one winner, I'd actually go with Arsenal.
Shout out Mustafi, Kosh, and Monreal.
I know they love them all of a sudden.
Nah, but Zungs, that back three doesn't work though. I just don't know what happened today. It was a fluke performance. That back three don't work there.
Also, can I just say one more thing?
Hey, bro, it's not Arsenal fan TV. Let's
can I just say one more thing? One quick thing.
We're gonna have Venna first, and then we're gonna have you, because it's shame. His hand was up first.
I just wanted to add. I was very impressed with the referee's performance also today. Michael Oliver, I think he is getting better. I think I actually need to give Dab some. I think he's becoming one of the leading refs in England, if not the leading. And the red card was a clear red card by David Luiz. I mean, we've seen it 100 times when the player loses control of the ball and then they just jump in. I don't even know if they're trying to tackle, what they're trying to do. They're just trying to break people. And that's what Luiz did. Wild from the Brazilian, but I mean his mindset, it's weak. It's weak, his mindset, we know it. So it was very poor from one of the leaders of the Chelsea team.
Yeah. Studs up, we all know what that means. Kaya, what did you want to say?
I just wanted to say I'm genuinely a big fan of Kolasinac. That's a serious player. I think he's got all the goods.
Yeah,
he's
well,
Snoop, bruh. Like, I hate Arsenal, but my goodness. My goodness. Yes, sis.
Right, gentlemen, that is the end of our Premier League review, and now we move on to the Champions League. There were a lot of games this week in the Champions League and a lot of good action to highlight, but we want to zoom in particularly on two games: Tottenham versus Borussia Dortmund and Barcelona versus Juventus. I'd like Team Johannesburg to please discuss the Tottenham versus Dortmund game, and obviously Team Cape Town will do the other game. Joburg first, please.
Look, Dortmund they don't have the strongest side. They haven't had this is not the best side we've seen from Dortmund in a while. But I was thoroughly surprised by Spurs. Yo, guys, I had no ways. Kane and Son, like, I understand why Son benches, you know, but like, yo, that guy needs to jam. That guy needs to jam, guys. Yeah. And Kane also he just fed him with such a delicious weighted pass. Like, the interplay between those two, like, it causes me. Like,
there was even a moment, I don't know if you saw, there was a moment where Son missed he missed the shot, he ballooned it, trying to hit a top corner. But did you see his first touch when the ball's coming across him and then he cuts it back with his left foot? Oh my goodness.
But quickly, can we just chat about Kane's goal? Like, I know, like, before the season started, like, you guys are all telling me Kane, and I was like Lukaku, and like I still feel Lukaku, right? Like, but like his finishing is sort of swaying me towards Kane, cause Kane is just a baller. Kane
scores goals.
Kane definitely threw 2 oaks off the board and said, "I'm gonna net it with my weak foot in the near post."
He scores,
and he did it. I know, guys. I won't lie.
A killer. It just pisses me off sometimes, because sometimes you'll be like banging, and then all of a sudden he doesn't bang. You make him your captain on the fantasy team. He doesn't bang. Like, what's his issue, bro? Like, what's wrong with this guy? It's annoying. But he's a baller. No.
But also one more thing. It's the same thing as the City game. But Dortmund are also robbed a goal that Aubameyang scored.
Oh, yeah,
that was not offside.
That wasn't offside.
That was also at a crucial time. I believe it was
well.
still 1-1 at that point.
And he took it so well.
So he took it so well, and it was a great finish. So I'm just saying.
I hear you, but he also missed one or two, like.
But I'm just talking about
in terms of it could have changed the game.
Exactly.
I hear that.
That's all I'm saying.
But still, like, Spurs commanding performance, guys. No ways.
And that Yarmolenko.
And I hate Spurs.
Woo, so the Yarmolenko goal. That was the goal of the week in Champions League.
Yeah, great stuff from Tottenham. All right, Team Cape Town, please will you tell us about Barca Juve quickly?
The Lord. That's all we need to talk about is the Lord. I think that Barca were very professional. Juve, they've been struggling against them. You know, they've been struggling to score against them. So I think this was a big chip off their back at the camp. Messi took that game. That's all. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Barca very, very professional in their performance. I think Juve probably not as strong as they were, I think, last season, especially defensively with the loss of Bonucci. So Barca could get at them a little bit more. Messi having free reign. I think Juve is still trying to figure out how they're going to start playing after having such an important player like Bonucci being lost to their defensive setup, and also the loss of Dani Alves. We can't forget that also, which was a huge loss. So Juve, I think Barca got Juve at the right time for it to be the first game. I don't think they would have liked it if it was maybe one of the important games in their group. It was a good first game for them to get Juve out of the way. But I expect a stronger performance from Juve back in Turin.
Can I just add something very interesting is that front three dynamic. It's compared to the MSN, what I saw was, you know, it's more like a free roaming type thing where, you know, we have Suarez found himself out wide a lot more on the left flank, and Ousmane was on the right with Messi playing in the middle a lot. That was something that I found quite interesting.
It's almost back to false
nine.
nine.
It's almost like, you know, Valverde is saying, bro, take this game, run the ship from the middle. That was something quite interesting that I found.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, there is a church in the new camp, and they certainly took us there. Anyways,
That's so good.
Before we close our review section, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like us to bow our heads for a moment in the name of Black Excellence as we have a moment's silence for Ousmane Dembele and Paul Pogba as they suffered hamstring injuries which will see them out for 2 months minimum. So please join me as we bow our heads for a moment. Thank you. Right, thanks.
Wait.
Slightly lengthy review, but wasn't it worth it, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Jury SA. And please do not forget to follow us on social media at The Jury SA on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you very much.